All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to start again my praises to Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Kakadash. Double honors as a Apostle Great Millstone, Thomas Truth and rule well. Peace, blessing, and salutation. I come out there, scatter balls to the four corners of earth. That's serving is truth and truth and sincerity. To I say Shalom. This is Brother Nabala, continue the video in the spirit. And the top of this video is going to be about Jake going to learn about E. And what sparked this video topic was you had this event. Actually, it's been a couple things, but the major one was this Jake. He was on the boat with, I guess you could say, some of his friends, and but I believe this happened over the holiday weekend. They was out with his friends, and his friends came back home, and he didn't. And apparently, their friends are saying that they don't remember what happened. Now the Jake's body has them popped up, and it was one Jake and like three Edomites. There's another thing where Jake was walking with his hoodie on, and he was being followed by police officers, and I think he ended up being arrested or something like that. So Jake is gonna realize that Esau is not for you, man. And you no matter if you grew up with him, no matter if you hang around him, no matter if you got some homeboys, man. But the scripture says what they say, and I'm gonna grab it. This is Sirach 12:10. It says, "Never trust thine enemy, for like his iron rusted, so is his wickedness." Man, you can never trust this man. Never. Okay, he has that hatred towards Jake. It's an everlasting hatred that goes all the way back to Genesis, man. Okay, that's how far back his hatred goes, and it continues all the way to this very day, man. So you cannot trust this man. Okay, yeah, the scripture says if it's possible, live peaceable with all men, but you just deal with them accordingly. When it comes to doing stuff like what that Jake did, you should know better, man. If you put an example like this, say you friends with a whole bunch of Edomites, man, and they all trying to go on a hunting trip, and you the only Jake, it'll be wise for you not to go, because I best believe you end up probably not gonna make it home, man. This is the type of people that we're dealing with, man. It's just inside of them to have that evil eye towards Jake, man. Yeah, they want to be like us. Yeah, they like having us around. But at the end of the day, if you see it, if they can, and the brother in this camp say he heard it from another brother from the Chicago camp. He said that if these people could kill you and get away with it, they would, man. If they could kill you in broad daylight, just because, and get away with it, they would do it. This is who we're dealing with, and Jake is gonna find that out, man. Jake should have been figuring that out, man. But this, but this is the Lord. The Lord is stirring all of this stuff up, because there is going to be a race war. There's going to be civil war. These things have to happen, man. Because Jake will continue to stay in this docile mindset if these things didn't happen, man. They wouldn't see E as who he truly is, man. Because Jake still try to converse with E and trying to get, reparations, and trying to, still fight for equal right and all that type of stuff. And you're never gonna receive it, man. You're never gonna receive it. They're never gonna look at you as being an equal person, ever. They're always gonna look down on you, man. And as things continue to get real out here, they're gonna continue to show their true colors. This is not gonna be the only thing that happens like this, man. But like I say, this is the Lord riling up the spirits in this place, because Jacob's only gonna allow these things to happen for so much, man. For so long, until they start to like the scripture saying, Genesis 49, that old line, who shall rise them up? The Lord is gonna rouse Jake up, man, and they're gonna start pouncing on E-ass, man. But we're gonna see what's gonna come from this. And then also with that Carmelo Anthony thing, here you go, he was defending himself from two Edomites. One ended up losing their life, and they done sentenced him to 35 years or to life, I believe. But then you had this Moabite man that shot a Jake shot and killed a young Jake about, I think, 3 years ago, and he just got off, man. You're going to realize that E does not mess with you, Jake. But by the time y'all really come to this realization, how many more Jake gotta get mowed down, man? E is showing you, killing in your face, how he feels about you. Bro, as a Jake, come on now. Let it been 3 Jake and 1 Edomite, and this would have happened. They'd have immediately arrested the boys, detained them, questioned them, and tried to pin murder on them, man. They're trying to say no foul play's been involved. They trying to do everything they can to make it seem like them boys ain't murdered that man. They did that. Whether they set them up or they did it themselves, they did it, man. But this is what happens when the wicked is in authority, man. When the wicked is ruling, man. There's no judgment. There's no justice here, man. So I'm gonna grab this because Jacob like, well, when you say never trust thy enemy, who is oh yeah, hold on, let me go back. I gotta read the next verse too. Verse 11, it says, though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away. Yeah. So when something is rusted and then you spray some coating over it to make it look good on the outside, but then when you wipe that rust away, that rust is still there. That's how Esau is with his wickedness, man. He humbled himself. He tried to hide his wickedness to the best of his ability, but then at the end of the day, it's still deep down in there. And then brothers that play this Arc Raider game, they talk about it. That's a chance for people to really show who they truly are, what they truly do if times were like that. There, and then I done seen it. I done seen brothers play, and I done heard who they was playing against, and it's been Edomites. And they say, "Oh no, bro, friendly, Oh, what you got? You got this, or you got that," and then they shoot you in your back and take what you got. These Edomites be meditating about doing things like this. Hey man, let's see if we can lure a Jake out here with us to act like have a good time, to see if we can kill him or something like that. They meditate about things like this, man. Jake don't think this shit real, but this shit is real, man. When the scriptures call Esau the border of wickedness, that's what it means. He's the border of wickedness. When the scriptures go to Habakkuk 2 and verse 4, it says, matter of fact, real quick, what did it say? It says, behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him. He doesn't have the soul which is in Esau is not upright. He doesn't have an upright spirit in him. He has a wicked spirit, man. He has a perverse spirit, man. He's not right. And he's a bloody man. He gets off from shedding the blood of the Israelites, man. You don't see nothing like this happening to no other nations of people on the scale that is happened to the Jake, man. Jake has been the word I'm trying to say, but Jake has always been in the spotlight for some of the horrific murders that has happened, man. They ain't happened to no other group of people like it's happened to Jake. So how can you explain that? So I'm gonna come over here. This is Psalms 83. I'm gonna start at 1. It says, keep not thou silence, O Yahweh, hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh. For lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more remembered. And this is what Esau has done, as well as these other nations that have sided with him. Verse 5 said, for they have consulted together with one consent, they are confederate against thee. So all these nations are against Jake, man. None of these nations are on our side, but the one who's leading the charge is Esau. Because what does verse 6 say? The tabernacles of Edom, they name him first. who are the Edomites, who are descendants from Esau, man. He's our number one enemy. It says, and the Ishmaelites of Moab and the Hagarenes, Gabal and Ammon and Amalek, the Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre. Yeah, and Amalek is a tribe of the Edomites, man. You know, I believe it's Esau's grandson, if I'm not mistaken. You know, but they're named twice, showing you that he's our number one enemy, man. So when it says never trust thy enemy, these are the nations that it's talking about, but the main person it's talking about in that Sirach 12 and 10 is Esau, man. He's our number one enemy, because it goes all the way back to Genesis, you know, that enmity between Jacob and Esau, man. That was prophesied that it was going to be like that. Because when you come to here, when you go to Genesis, and Genesis is the first book of the Bible. So that's how far it goes back. So like, yeah. Not 27. Genesis 27. And 41. What does it say? It says, and Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning of my father are at hand. Then when I slay my brother Jacob. So there you go, man. It says he has that hatred towards us because of the blessing that we receive from our father, Isaac, which he was supplanted out again, which was all set up from Yahweh Shem Yahshua in the first place. But to this day, this is why he has that hatred towards Jake, man, because of the blessing. And these Edomites, man, they know this. They know this account. They know about the blessing. They know about this stuff. That's what they're trying to obtain, the blessing with their left-hand side right now, which is what? Immortality, man. Spiritual power. They're seeking to do these things right now, man, because they understand that's what we are going to inherit. But they're trying to stop us from inheriting that. That's what that Psalm 83 is talking about. They consulted together, you know. They trying to cut us off from being a nation. Because Esau feels like he's able to do that is going to stop us from being able to inherit our blessing. He's going to offset the prophecy, but he's not going to offset the prophecy, because Israel, the nation of Israel, is scattered. But that's why he's trying to come out with the MOTB, and he's going to try to put that inside of everybody. So that way he's going to be, first off, you take it, you through. But also, he thinks if he's able to do that, he's going to be able to number Israel. That everything that he's doing is to come up against the Israelites, man. All these other nations, people, all these other people in the world, you just what they call collateral damage. Extras. You're just in the line of fire, honestly. That's it. But his main objective is to come up against and try to get rid of the nation of Israel, man. But when we see these little, I don't want to say small instances, but these different cases and not events, but I guess you say storylines about these Edomites doing what they do to Jake. This is why, because it all boils down to them just having that hatred, man, and them just being wicked and just being that bloody man that the scriptures talk about. So I'm gonna grab this and I'm gonna close. I ain't gonna make this too long, but Jake gonna find out, man, that this Esau is not for you. He's against you. So this is Ezekiel 35:5. So because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity and the time that their iniquity had an end. Yeah. That perpetual hatred, when you go into that word perpetual, is everlasting. Esau has had an everlasting hatred towards Jake, man, to this very day. And it says, shed the blood of the children of Israel. They still doing that to this day, man. And we just seen it. And like I say, you can best believe it's going to be more of these, man. And it's going to start an uproar, and I believe it's going to lead to a civil war cracking off. But verse 6 says, therefore, as I live, said the Lord Yahweh, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. Because they don't hate blood. They love shedding blood, especially the blood of the Israelites, man. So since you've not hated shedding the blood of the Israelites, your blood is going to be shed too, man. Abundantly. In a great abundance, man. When the Lord sends that destruction over here. And even in the kingdom, man, we going to get down on you, man. Because you got to pay for all this stuff. We can't touch you right now. You know, you still got that mark that was on Cain. You know, that mark of exemption right now. We can't touch you right now, man. But when the Lord give us our chance, we gonna get with you. But until then, we just got patiently wait on y'all about Shem Yahushai. But Jay gonna realize that these Edomites, they don't rock with you, man. But hey, you keep thinking shit sweet and siding with them all you want, man. You might be in a storyline. So that's pretty much it. Lord, when this video is edifying, I'm gonna close out by giving our praise to Yahweh, by Shem Yahushai, by Shem Kakadash. Shalom.